to a knockout.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Blue safety.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check.
22.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Set. 20. Lazy's alert.
57, Mike 57.
Bravo.
57. Hey. 57. Bound to lose 1. 57.
11.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. This complete to Lockett. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bills cut into that lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
57 Mike. Mike 57. 57. Mike 57.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. Onuna's got it. Complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Stafford on first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike 57. Here we go.
Stafford. Dancing to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
50-50. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Mike 57. Mike 57. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm waiting. 57. Mike.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Wide, get wide. Shoot. Say. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Seth DeValve, but now it's 3rd and goal. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Quentin Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Here's Stafford. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Stafford. And the grab by Croft. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
To the right, 22. Hey. 10.
58.
Hey, 22. Go.
On first down at Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked by Brandon Williams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Smallwood. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. A run with Smallwood. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is finally going to be stopped down around the 5-yard line. What a return.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 27, Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Stay 50, stay 50. 40 got, 40 got.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford, he'll let it go deep for Foster. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
57, Mike 57. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check 43. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, baby.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, exit.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Stafford now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down now, Singletary. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, 80. 57's mine. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To try again after the sack. Darnold under pressure again, and down he goes again. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
57, Mike, 57. I got you. I got you.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, able to avoid him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Middle. Hey, Echo.
Throwing again. Stafford. It's caught. Lockett. And a loose football. And the Jets have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. sacked back at the 31. Danny Trevathan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
57.
On first down, Stafford here. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
57 to Mike. 57.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. To the air again, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Check 3, check 3. Middle.
Again, it's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Check, lady. Check 37.
Hey, switch gears.
To throw is Darnold. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Now it's Stafford. Open man here is Foster. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Check, Mike. Hey, Mike 57. Get that quarterback. 59. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
57's the Mike.
White.
57's the Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
Ready. 280. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Quit talking about it and bring it.
First down, Buffalo.
Big 20. That's 57. 57's Mike.
Stop your whining.
Hey, easy.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hurry.
Oh, here we go.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favor.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jason Kroom, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Check. Crunch. Ready. Check.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Delta. 280.
Darnold now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
I know he ain't got it. Real right. 22.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it up. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And Anderson's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving.
Now they try the right side here. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for two. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the two-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get that on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He is an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.